What's up, y'all? Capone Tony here, and happy anniversary! Happy anniversary, Ever Crisis. We have reached the 1 year anniversary, and we got a lot of stuff that just new events, new quality of life things, new banners, a lot of stuff to go through. But I'm going to be focusing this video on the new banner. This one was kind of somewhat difficult at first to kind of decipher and figure out, like, why is this good? Is this really good? Is it not that good? You know, you kind of had to look at this one for a bit. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, Cloud, this looks so freaking badass, dude. Like, this cosmetic looks insane. And from you know, it depends on the perspective. You could say it's from what I've been seeing on Twitter, a lot of girls have been saying it's kind of slutty. So, but I think it looks badass. Kind of like a Batman in a way. I don't know. Yeah, I love the color scheme. I love everything about it. It looks so good. So the Bahamut Garb, it does boost attack all allies. So it's level 2, so it's going to get plus 5%, and it gets the plus 10 to just base stat 2, just a flat stat. I would say the 5% is, yeah, the only thing you really kind of care about there. So yeah, he's going to be, this costume essentially makes Cloud a stat stick for the whole party. Everyone's going to get benefit just from him being in the party, which is just awesome. And now for Bahamut's Bite, he gets an extra 5% for himself, but he also gets another 10% when attack stance is max. So this is kind of like a mini physical ability mastery. It's just an extra 10% when attack stance max, and then he just gets another just 5% damage for himself. So yeah, Cloud's just stacking physical damage here, and he's actually sharing a little bit with that because of the boost attack all allies, which I think, yeah, this is a really good costume. Really, really good. It not only makes Cloud stronger, it makes the whole party stronger, and, you know, really, really good. Alright, so the Bahamut Great Sword. This one was kind of up for debate a little bit. Kind of needed to think this over for the night and talk to some guild members that already drew on this and get their opinions on how good this weapon actually is. So, at OB0 120, we get 430% physical non-elemental damage, all enemies, so it's AOE. Also, first use you get Haste automatically, 20 seconds. And the kicker here, when your HP is 50% or more, you get an automatic 10,000 damage. 10,000 physical non-elemental damage, and there it is. It's just stacked on top. So, yeah, and your R abilities, P attack all allies, which is just awesome. Physical ability potency 12. OB6, so it goes up to 670% physical non-elemental damage. The haste is extended by 5 seconds. And then the HP 50% or more, 30,000 damage now. If you get this weapon to OB1, by the way, it goes to 20,000. So, yeah, pretty crazy. And then it gets 40, 27 for the R abilities. By the way, sigil boost, or the materia slots are P attack, and sigil boost. And then OB10, 800% physical non-elemental damage, AOE, 30 seconds now on the haste. And then you get 40,000 damage, 4639 on the R abilities. 698 attack, which is that the highest in the game now? It's pretty insane. So, initial reaction to this weapon was like 800% damage. This, like, does this seem kind of low? But then you got to look at this 40,000 just stacked on top, which, you know, most of the time you're going to be over 50% HP or more. Let's be real. If you have a healer in your party, you're not going to fall under that unless you're in some extremely hard content. And then you get the haste. You know, you're going to be able to use this weapon a lot, or the C ability a lot, in a short period of time. You know, you get 30 seconds, even if it is just one use. Boost attack all allies to the whole party. So the feedback I got from my guild master is that he has this weapon OB10. He has Zidane sword OB10. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, Zidane sword is still going to be better for single target. He says no. He says this weapon is doing more than Zidane sword. They're both OB10. So from that perspective, this weapon, I guess it kind of can depend too. If you, over time, once you get, like, you know, this P attack stat to like over like 10,000, 12,000, 13,000, I guess, then I guess Zidane sword could be better based on just the percentages, because this has a flat stat of 40,000. Like, this 40,000 is incredible right now. It's really just amazing. Just added damage for nothing. But over time, you know, it can get power creep because it is a fixed number. But for now, this shit is really, really good. So yeah, he's saying that someone, yeah, that has OB10, both of those weapons, this weapon is just flat out better. And it has AOE. And it, like, that's just crazy, right? So, yeah, from the non-elemental damage dealing perspective, this is insane. This is so, so strong for a Cloud. But does it, like, replace any kind of, like, elemental build? Like, is this going to, like, make Cloud's Murasame build worthless? No, it's not. Elemental is still king in this game. If you have an elemental build against an elemental resistance, elemental is just still going to do more damage all the time, right? This weapon is just... This weapon in this build for Cloud, his costume, his sword, it makes Cloud a fantastic just slot-in DPS, but he's also supporting the whole party with his P-Attack All Allies from his weapon, P-Attack All Allies, Magic Attack All Allies from his costume. He is supporting the whole party just from him being in the party, while also doing crazy damage, like crazy non-elemental damage. Like, you could throw in this Cloud, let's say for like, Cloud doesn't have wind, he doesn't have earth. You could just throw him into one of those setups, and he will be supporting your main earth or wind physical DPS just from him being in the party, while at the same time being able to do crazy non-elemental damage, AOE. So I think that's pretty freaking awesome. Like, it's really good. I think this is a solid Cloud, but at the same time, if you don't pull on this, are you like missing out on something that's like, oh, I'm gonna regret this? No, like it's still a gacha game. There's always gonna be better stuff coming, man. But for now, this is really, really good. Like I said, that 40,000 looks incredible right now. Like, especially look at it from the perspective if you are a brand new player in this game, like a brand new player, you saw all the cool Bahamut costumes. You're like, damn, I need to install Ever Crisis, right? So you are a new player in this game, and it's like, okay, I'm going to draw on this banner. I'm going to get Cloud's costume, and I'll just get like OB1 on this weapon. You are going to be doing guaranteed 20,000 damage with this weapon at OB1 with a solid costume that looks badass as well. And that's really good for a brand new player. Do you know how long it took for me to do 20,000 damage in one hit when it came to me being a new player in this game? Like, I started this game week 2 or week 3. I probably wasn't doing 20,000 non-elemental damage until like February or something like that. It took a long time. It's probably when I got guide gloves for Tifa. Like, it took a long time to hit 20,000, over 20,000 physical non-elemental damage, or just any kind of non-elemental damage. And now day one players can just grab this weapon, OB1, and you are cooking. You're going to be able to clear a bunch of content easily with just this build, right? If you're a brand new player. But from the perspective of like a seasoned player, yeah, it's good if you can get this to like OB6. OB10 is, you know, I kind of, you know, almost ideally to get this to OB10 instead of OB6. But, you know, OB6 is still good too. You get 30,000 damage and, you know, 670%. But if I pulled on this, I would probably go for OB10. Just, yeah. Oh, man. I think this is really good. I think it's just you can just plug Cloud into like any physical lineup, and he's just going to be super good for the party. And he's not, I mean, just for himself, he's going to be doing good damage, but he's also going to be helping everyone else do damage too. I think, yeah, it's really good. It's a really good setup. I think that kind of covers Cloud though, and also the 1.5% appearance rate. I think that's really good too. Let's look at the stamp card. So you get 1 guaranteed here, 1 guaranteed of the weapon, and then you get 3 more guarantees on page 2 with another guarantee. And yeah, 1.5% of the weapon appearing, I think, is really awesome. You know, for people that are going for OB6 or OB10, I think that's, you know, Apple Black kind of threw us a bone there finally. So yeah, I think this is awesome, man. I think I'm gonna pull on this. I made some transactions here. I told some of my guild members too that For anniversary, I'm going to finally end my super light spending streak. I've only just done season pass. I hadn't even done all the season passes in the game. And I'm going to spend 1 month of YouTube revenue on red crystals. And I did that. So, yeah, I will probably be pulling on this soon. Expect a pull video. But like I said, or I didn't say anything, but it ends October 2nd. So you have plenty of time if you want to debate on if you want to pull on this or not. You can always wait for Yuffie, Tifa, and Aerith and see what they get. My assumption is that they're also probably going to get some kind of non-elemental setups. Aerith might get maybe some broken support weapon. I don't know yet. But yeah, you can always wait and see what the other characters are going to get too. So no rush. October 7th, got plenty of time, and we're going to be getting a lot more crystals too, just from like the new tower that they added, every day, and just from login bonuses, stuff like that. So we're going to get more crystals too. So yeah. Oh yeah. Then there's one more thing. I got to go into Sephiroth's weapon. So Sephiroth's weapon has a 0.3% chance of appearing. It's the Genji Blade. So this is the ultimate weapons. These are new. To show you what the Genji Blade does, I need to go to the exchange, I believe. So the Genji Blade does 2,000% physical magic damage, non-elemental damage, and it does P attack is increased high, extra high, 30 seconds. Magic attack is increased extra high, 30 seconds. And it has 2 uses per battle. Our abilities, if you get to 120, boost ability potency 20 points. That's pretty freaking awesome. Just for having this weapon. So this is not going to be like a sub-weapon slot. This is its own slot now for these ultimate weapons. You get automatically 15% more damage for Sephiroth if you had no attack, ability potency for equipping this weapon. That's pretty awesome. And then interruption mastery. I honestly, I'm not really sure what this means. It says enemy interrupted. You get ability potency plus 60%. Does this mean that like during the sigil phase, when you break the sigil phase, then does that mean enemy interrupted? I'm not 100% sure. Y'all can correct me in the comments, but yeah, more damage for enemy interrupted, which is just pretty awesome. This weapon is pretty damn sick. Even with just 2 uses. Yeah, pretty freaking crazy. And the way that this works is per pull for Cloud's banner, and I can't guarantee this yet, but I'm assuming for the rest of the banners in the anniversary, you get 10 of these green things, these little mako shard things. And so if you do 30 pulls and you don't get Sephiroth's weapon, you can automatically just get it from this mako exchange. So it's kind of like a new pity system in this game, I guess. But yeah, you can do 30 pulls, or you can just get super lucky and hopefully just get it in your banner pulls. But yeah, I think that kind of covers it for my Cloud banner review and thoughts. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic support / DPS Cloud. He can take care of himself and do some great AOE non-elemental damage. It's top of the class when it comes to non-elemental damage as well, if you get it to OB10. And yeah, I think it's a really good setup. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. Especially since my last Cloud I pulled on was what? Zidane Cloud. Like I didn't pull on Monster Hunter, and so yeah, he hasn't been getting any featured banners. So yeah, Cloud's you kind of have to pull on him when it comes to like anniversaries and crossovers and limited stuff, because he doesn't get any featured stuff. When it comes to like filling out Cloud, the rest of Cloud's setup though, you're gonna have to, get his P attack, physical ability potency, boost attack. You're gonna need to find a combination of weapons that kind of will fill out all those stats for his non-elemental setups. Stuff like Ivy Collar for Red, Ultimatic for Glenn. I guess like Killer Hornet, I guess for Matt, things like physical ability potency, yeah, like I said, all those stats that are going to boost non-elemental damage, yeah, you can just set up a combination of all those. This is just my current wish list right now for me personally, but yeah, I think that's gonna cover it for this video. Maybe I'll have more videos soon when it comes to, if I do pull on Cloud, I'm gonna have a pull video. Wish me luck. Knock on wood that it goes well. And yeah, if y'all are gonna pull on this or already have pulled on this or pull on more banners in the future, I wish y'all the best of luck. Hope y'all, the RNG gods, are on your side. And yeah, man, happy anniversary for Ever Crisis. And yeah, hope y'all have fun. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. If you could, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.